Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Prasad. We did the math. Muhyiddin Yassin, as it stands, only has the support of 100 MPs, less than a simple majority. In other words, no majority. This is why His Majesty the King wants Muhyiddin to put his support to the test before September. As the uncertainty over Muhyiddin Yassin's legitimacy as Prime Minister lingers, the young di-Pertuan Agong is looking for some clarity very soon. Muhyiddin Yassin was at Istana Negara this morning for an audience with Sultan Abdullah, Sultan Ahmad Shah, where he was told to bring forward the Dewan Rakyat sitting, according to a source privy to the matter. The high-ranking source, who spoke on strict condition of anonymity, also said the king reminded Muhyiddin about the need to prove his majority in Parliament and do the necessary in accordance with Article 43(4) of the Federal Constitution. Article 43(4) stipulates that a Prime Minister is required to tender his resignation if he ceases to command the confidence of the majority of MPs unless the king orders for the dissolution of Parliament. It was not known if Muhyiddin had given his agreement to call for an early sitting as per the monarch's wish. At the time of writing, the Prime Minister's office had not responded to Malaysia Kini's request for comments. Meanwhile, the Comptroller of the Royal Household's office also declined to comment. The King's wish to see Dewan Rakyat reconvene sooner than scheduled came days after a substantial number of MPs sent letters to His Majesty saying that they reject Muhyiddin Yassin as Prime Minister. So what is Muhyiddin's next move? Hold a meeting, of course. At least this time he didn't do it in his house. But before that, Malaysia needs a free press more than ever. And we need allies like you to support us. So click on the link in the description below and support this channel, so we can continue doing the math, and when someone claims they have the majority support in Parliament, we'll come up with the numbers.
Muhyiddin Yassin met with Perikatan Nasional and Gabungan Parti Sarawak leaders at his office in Putrajaya this evening. This meeting comes after Istana Negara had reportedly requested the Prime Minister to expedite the Parliament sitting to vote on a confidence motion with regard to his leadership. At present, Muhyiddin, who is also Bersatu President, controls only 100 parliamentary seats, less than what is required for a simple majority. According to Bernama, the vehicles of de facto Law Minister Takiuddin Hassan, MCA President Wee Ka Siong, as well as Home Minister and Perikatan Nasional Secretary General Hamzah Zainuddin were seen entering Perdana Putra just before 4 p.m. When contacted later, Progressive Democratic Party President Tiong King Sing confirmed that the Prime Minister is meeting with PN and GPS leaders. Tiong, however, claimed to be in the dark about the meeting's agenda as he was in Bintulu and could not join the meeting due to flight issues. However, Party Deputy President Nelson Balang Rining will be attending the meeting.
Unlike on the TV show The Apprentice, don't expect Zahid Hamidi to tell AMNO MPs in support of PN that they're fired anytime soon. With AMNO split into those who support Muhyiddin Yassin and those who don't, the fate of those not aligned to Party President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi has been a topic of fierce discussion. However, according to AMNO Secretary General Ahmad Mazlan, the party will not fire its MPs who still support the PN government. This is despite the recent decision by the party's Supreme Council to withdraw support for Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin. Ahmad also denied claims that the party had issued threatening letters to MPs who still support PN. He said the letters were only a reminder of a party member's ethics in complying with the party decision. He added that AMNO has no intention of firing people. Previously, it was reported that Ahmad had sent letters to all AMNO MPs to state their stand before August 7th with regard to whether they support the PN government and Muhyiddin Yassin as Prime Minister. On August 3rd, a group of AMNO MPs led by Party President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi had announced that they were withdrawing their support for PN and Muhyiddin. Two AMNO ministers, Shamsul Anwar Nasara and Noraini Ahmad, have also resigned from Muhyiddin's cabinet, citing that they were upholding the party leadership's decision. AMNO also recently revealed 13 letters from its MPs that were sent to the young di-Pertuan Agong, stating the withdrawal of their support. At the time of writing, Muhyiddin is estimated to have the support of around 23 AMNO MPs. This would mean Muhyiddin only has the support from 100 MPs, 11 shy of a simple majority. When I say mayor, you're probably picturing a decently dressed man. But today, we got to see a mayor in that orange MACC lock-up t-shirt.
Johor Bahru City Council Mayor Adib Azhari Daud has been remanded for 3 days to facilitate investigations into an alleged bribery case. Adib was brought to the Johor Bahru Magistrates Court in an orange lock-up SPRM t-shirt today. According to Bernama, the court's senior assistant registrar, Muhammad Zulhilmi Ibrahim, issued the remand order from August 11th to 13th. The MACC had arrested the 60-year-old yesterday on suspicion of receiving bribes from contractors to approve projects. He was arrested at the Johor MACC office after being questioned, marking the first time a sitting mayor has been arrested for alleged corruption. According to reports, the kickbacks allegedly happened when Adib was the Iskandar Puteri City Council mayor, a post he held from November 2017 to November 2019. The case is being investigated under Section 17 Bracket A of the MACC Act 2009. If convicted under the Act, he can be jailed for up to 20 years, fined either 10,000 ringgit or no less than 5 times the total amount of the bribe, whichever is higher.
Good Morning G-Sure is the first plant-based and complete nutrition drink made in Malaysia. It is suitable for those who are lactose intolerant. Research made by local universities found that more than 90% of our Malaysian population are lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerance can cause bloated stomach and diarrhea. Good Morning G-Sure helps to improve the immune system, reduce the risk of illnesses, and helps to improve general well-being and strengthen our bodies. A happy family starts with a healthy family. I'm still active, healthy, and going strong at the age of 52. It has to be Good Morning G-Sure.
It's important to keep politicians in check, and they should be able to take criticism, but just don't say anything about the Kedah Menteri Besar.
PKR Youth has called on Kedah Menteri Besar Muhammad Sanusi Muhammad Noor and the police to immediately stop their actions against those who criticise politicians in the country. In a statement today, they said, investigations and arrests against people who criticise the actions of politicians are a form of oppression towards freedom of expression. It also undermines the concept of the people's check and balance towards the government. The statement came following the arrest of a fourth individual for comments towards Sanusi on social media. The individuals have been arrested and are being investigated under Section 14 of the Minor Offences Act 1955, Section 504 of the Penal Code, and Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act of 1998. This was over comments on Sanusi's recent remarks on COVID-19 victims, which has sparked controversy. Kedah PKR Youth Chief Muhammad Firdaus Johari and the party's National Legal Bureau Secretary Darwin Lim Chi Chien said the investigation against them is a cruel act and violates the country's rule of law, as freedom of speech is enshrined under Article 10 of the Federal Constitution. They added that they were worried that the action by the police will create a culture of fear which will cause the people to no longer exercise their rights guaranteed under the Federal Constitution. With this, they encouraged the police to immediately stop the use of the acts against the individuals. They said the Kedah Menteri Besar should take full responsibility for this incident and apologise to the people for his failure to set a good example as a government leader.
AMNO was not the only party to send letters to the young di-Pertuan Agong recently. PKR has done the same.
PKR has confirmed that the party has sent letters to the young di-Pertuan Agong stating that all of their MPs do not support Muhyiddin Yassin's leadership. PKR Communications Director Fahmi Fazil verified this when contacted by Malaysia Kini yesterday. He said, Muhyiddin shouldn't delay and tender his resignation now since he has lost the confidence of the majority of MPs. Fahmi said this when asked to comment on Malaysia Kini's report, where sources from Amanah and Pejuang claimed all 105 opposition and independent MPs have sent letters to the king to oppose Muhyiddin's leadership. This came after AMNO revealed that letters had been sent from 13 MPs addressed to the young di-Pertuan Agong to state they were withdrawing support for Muhyiddin. With the opposition's 105 MPs, the sources claim there are now 118 parliamentarians who are against Muhyiddin. The support of 111 MPs is required for a simple majority in the Dewan Rakyat. However, Muhyiddin had claimed he still has majority support following an audience with the young di-Pertuan Agong on August 4th. He also said he will be putting himself through a confidence vote in the next parliamentary sitting in September.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to malaysiakini.com. I'm Michael. Thank you for watching.